Hi, I'm John, and this is the space I'm going to be using to build something. I think design is going to be very, very important, especially with such a big project. There's a lot of mistakes that could be made that I don't really want to make. This is going to take me a very, very long time, this whole project. I'm estimating maybe 10, 15 years. But this is the start. Journey of 1,000 miles begins from under your feet. You can see that white line on my ruler there, so I've drawn here a scale of the attic space. But because it's converted into feet into inches, it's very difficult to sort of draw that to scale, and I want it to be as accurate as possible, the design to be as accurate as possible. I will at some point convert this into digital format, but I quite enjoy the process of drawing it all out. So that white line there is because inches don't go into feet. Obviously, yeah, inches don't go into, yeah, when you scale it down, inches go into feet, but there are 12 inches in a foot. But there are not 12, but an inch does not divide into 12 easily. So that's what I've done there. That white line is inches divided into 12 points, so that I can accurately draw in inches on this design sheet. I've decided that I'm going to start by attempting to replicate Cardiff Central. So I took some screenshots from Google Earth to have a look at the track work there, how they all connect into each other, how 6 tracks turns into 10 platforms. So here you can see in the bottom left corner, I sort of penciled the track layout, which is what I'm trying to replicate on the design now, from the end of the platforms as the track moves away from Cardiff Central. The coloured picture there is an original design that I had based on an 8 by 4 foot layout, but I have more space now, so yay! So I'm going to time lapse this bit, might continue talking a little bit because this is a long process. So why Cardiff Central? I've spent a lot of time in and around Cardiff Central. I am a magician by trade, and I promote myself using street performing. Cardiff's a really good place to do that. So yeah, I've spent a lot of time in Cardiff Central Station, and I've come to really like it, and I would like to replicate that. So coming to the end of this little sketch here, or the start of the design anyway, and I realised that, I haven't realised yet. We can see I've drawn it too far down the layout. I'm out by about 2 inches or so, but I haven't realised that yet. I'll get to that in a minute. As soon as I realise, I think this is me realising now. Look at that thinking. There's a big pause for thinking. I'm looking at it. Something's wrong here. Something's very wrong here. See, this is why it's a good idea to design them first, instead of just going ahead and building it, because if I were to build it and then work out, there just would have been a lot more work. So the angle as well that the track comes away from the platforms is a lot steeper on my design. Artistic's license, it's my layout, it's my choice. So that's what I'm going to do. Can't replicate it exactly because of the angles that I'll be working with. So there we go. That's my excuse, and I'm going to stick to it. Yeah, so here's the moment I realised is that I know I do have the 10 tracks, but oh yeah, that's what it was. The trouble was the platform. There's a platform at the on the right hand side, or the bottom of the track plan there. So all of this needs to be moved up in scale, effectively 2 inches. So that work wasn't for nothing. It's just something I, lesson learned. I've got to be aware of it, haven't I? I think it's very important as well, the, my track, my rules, my layout, as it were, is that this is about having fun. I enjoy the design process. I enjoy the construction. We all enjoy all aspects of it. Some are a bit more tedious and frustrating than others, but that's how it is. This is what I ended up with after I redrew it and sort of shaded in the platforms there. This isn't what it ends up like as well. I change it again later on. But, as I was saying, this is all about fun. And this is all about what you envisage the layout to be and the functionality of it and what you enjoy watching. So although I'll have the platforms of Cardiff Central, I won't have either end of Cardiff Central the way that the track moves. But also you can see the square beams that I've drawn in. Those are from the attic space. So I've got to move around them. There we go. And thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed that.